Well, hey everybody, it's Mike Jones here from DingoSoft, and I really just wanted to share with you a little bit of a peek at some stuff that we've been working on behind the scenes, and just kind of let you know that if you can spare an hour later on this week, we're going to give you literally the tools and the training to build lists of hundreds of thousands of targeted prospects. Now, the way this has all come about is really just as a result of us doing business and marketing ourselves, as often our products are. Gloria and I were chatting a couple of months back, and she said, what we really need is, a source of targeted data that we can do our outbound mailings to, our outbound marketing to, and drop them into the funnels and do all that kind of stuff that we do. So, I started playing around with some special Google search footprints and, stuff that I've used for some time, and some stuff that we kind of developed as we were going along and seeing what kind of results we were getting from Google. Because at the end of the day, if you want to go and find something, Google's the place to go, of course. So it made sense that there was potential for us to find the kind of results that we were looking for. And of course, being from a social media background, it occurred to me that, hey, I know lots of people actually publish their email addresses all over their social profiles. And, if we could figure out a way to get them and get the right targeting, then, it would be golden. It would be absolutely, we'd be there. So, that's exactly what we did. And honestly, I couldn't believe just how effective it was. I mean, and, I'm talking, there are millions and millions of targeted email addresses out there on the social media platforms, just literally, ready and willing to be mailed to. And that's the kind of thing we wanted to tap into. Now, this isn't a spam tactic. Spamming is very, very much different. It's aimed more so at consumers. As long as the email address is publicly visible, which of course these are, and if as long as when you do approach these people, you let them know that they can stop receiving any more mails from you, and that you let them know who they are, which is all proper and ethical, and we wouldn't recommend anything else, but then there is absolutely no problem in using this data. So instead of going and paying like $2 an email or $3 an email, or using solo ads, or having to give away all your profits to get somebody to do a mailing for you, or all that kind of stuff, it makes much more sense to just go and find the emails and send them an email directly. So, that's exactly what we've done. Now, we did run into a few problems, because in the first iteration of our app, and it didn't look quite as pretty as this, obviously, it was just for our internal use. And the problem we were having is, because we were pulling off so much data from Google, we were getting that Google IP ban. You might have seen it, where it throws up the little capture squiggly writing thing, and you've got to type it in and all that kind of stuff, because obviously Google don't want to just give all its data away just so easily. So that kind of posed a little bit of a problem for us, which, the obvious way to overcome that is the use of proxies. Now, if you're not familiar with what proxies are, and you're in internet marketing, then Google it. I'm not going to give you a whole training session on that right now. But essentially, it gives you a way to mask your IP address, and therefore not cause any of these problems, getting an IP ban or anything like that. And most importantly, you want proxies to be fresh and up to date and fast and anonymous, and that really helps out with that whole kind of thing. So, we went ahead and built a proxy scraper as well. I mean, it makes sense, right? We need lots of proxies. We don't want to be necessarily paying for fancy dedicated proxies like we would in some of our other applications. We just want loads of proxies so we can get loads of data and send lots of emails out and do that kind of thing. So I'm going to go ahead just to give you an example of the speed of PowerScraper, because we've built this to be very fast. It's a numbers game we want to play, and speed is of the essence. Looking down the side there, as you can see, there are a number of platforms you're going to be able to scrape data from, which is very cool. You can also put a custom platform as well. So, if you've got if there's like a niche social media site that there's lots of data on, or something like that, you can go ahead and just pop the web address in there, and it will do its best to find email addresses and all that kind of thing. But looking at the scrape proxies, if I just go ahead and click scrape, you can see it's searching for proxies, and look at the speed of that. I mean, it is absolutely crazy how quick the thing works. On most average runs, I'm getting anywhere up to 10,000 suitable proxies that we can use. And what the software does is just intelligently picks those out and when it's performing all the scraping functionality that it does. So that is very cool. I mean, you know, people sell proxy lists for good money, for, you know, let alone the kind of things you can do with the actual data that is produced when, you know, when it's doing its scraping off all these social media platforms. So, you know, I think list building on steroids, it might be a bit of a cliche, but the money is in the list. And, you know, you ask anybody that's successful in internet marketing or marketing in general, it's all about having data. You know, that is the lifeblood of any single campaign. So join us this week, guys. It's going to be great. You know, even if the software's not for you, we're going to try and make it as beneficial as we can to absolutely everybody. Give you the strategies and the training that you need to start to leverage some of these things that you can do with this kind of thing. And, you know, it's going to be very cool. We're going to literally show you how you can do the work of 100 virtual assistants single-handedly whilst you're actually getting on with something else. So there we go. And just as in the nick of time, as you can see, it's finished scraping the proxies. And sure enough, you know, look, there is just literally, there's thousands and thousands and thousands. There's more than you could ever need. So it's all good, guys. I'm looking forward to doing the webinar. It's going to be really cool. I'll see you then. Bye for now.